Today we're talking about the best budget gaming graphics cards in 2021. This video is brought to you by CDKeyoffers.com, the best and cheapest website for buying digital games, CD keys for Windows and Office products, and gift cards on a discount. Simply make an account using your Facebook or Google account, use the code Foxy for 20% off, and activate your product and enjoy your purchase. Go to the link on top of the description and start shopping on a discount today. So we all know that you guys are interested in gaming and streaming. I mean, most of you guys have found this channel through my OBS tutorials for streaming with low internet and my gaming hardware videos. Which brings us to the best and next thing that we all know about you guys, which is that you guys are on a budget. And actually this is the whole point of this channel, to strive to enjoy gaming without breaking the bank. This is why I decided to make a list of the 5 best budget gaming graphics cards that you can buy and use for gaming and streaming in 2021. With that being said, I do have to say a few disclaimers. This listing is based on my opinion and hours, literally hours of research. I do not own all of these cards. I'm not Marcus Brownlee. I don't have that kind of money. Benchmarks are based on my friends' gaming PCs and they might not be the most accurate, but they should give you a general idea on the performance of these babies. Anyways, going into today's listing, you do have to keep in mind that in 2021 GPU prices have gone up high due to a lot of factors, which means prices are going to be higher than usual, but I did try to keep prices in this listing relatively low. So these are the best and cheapest graphics cards that you can get in this economy right now, and they are 100% worth their price. With that out of the way, gently press the like button for that YouTube algorithm, and we're starting today's listing with the least powerful card in my opinion to the most powerful in my opinion, and that would be the GTX 1050 Ti, the first card in our listing today. Now I do own this very same card, and let me tell you, it has not been at all disappointing. This baby comes with 4 gigs of VRAM, a base clock of 1341MHz and a boost clock in the 1600s. Overclocked, I have seen cards like these hit the high 1900s, which is absolutely crazy, but if you're gonna be overclocking that bad boy to the 1900s, you're gonna need a pretty good and excellent cooling solution if you're gonna be using it for long periods of times. This baby does not need any external power solutions, so if you have a normal 300 watts power supply, it will absolutely work fine with you with no problems. And you will not need to upgrade your power supply, which is basically more money saved. In games, this card performs like a dream, with a respectable 170 frames on average on Valorant, 70 frames in GTA 5, also 70 frames in Fortnite, all on 1080p max settings. In Warzone it did 60 frames on average, but with some drops to the high 50s on 1080p low settings. You can expect to grab one of these bad boys for around $299 brand new. I will leave my affiliate link in the description down below. Please do keep in mind that every purchase you make through my links, I will receive a small commission at no additional expense to you, so thank you so much for helping out the channel. The next card on today's listing is going to be the GTX 1650 OC edition. This baby has 4 gigs of VRAM as well, a base clock of 1530MHz and a boost clock of 1620MHz. Just like the previous card, this does not require a 6-pin connector or an 8-pin connector, which is actually quite surprising when you actually consider the performance this card will actually give you. Now this card costs $330 brand new, and it performs like a champion in games, delivering 80 frames per second in GTA 5 on very high settings, Warzone 1080p low settings, 70 frames on average, Fortnite on 60 average frames, and Valorant on 180 frames both on 1080p max settings. You can find the link for this bad boy in the description down below, and no, you most likely will not need to upgrade your power supply for that one. But if you do, I will leave good suggestions in the description down below. The Nvidia GTX 1650 Super is going to be the next card on today's listing. The Super Edition is an upgraded and more powerful version of its predecessor, the 1650. But unlike its predecessor, this one is actually power hungry, which means that you need a 6-pin connector to run it. If your power supply does not have a 6-pin connector, I will leave links for the best and cheapest power supply options in the description down below. All of the power that this card requires all feeds into the crazy performance this card delivers. It's got 1530MHz as a base clock, and overclocked you can easily hit the 2000s, which is absolutely crazy for me. The extra power and money you put into this card are going to be absolutely worth it, because in games it's delivering some crazy numbers. In Warzone, 1080p high settings were doing 71 frames on average. GTA and Fortnite did 75 frames on average on 1080p maxed out settings, and Valorant maxed out is doing 203 frames on average. You can expect to buy this bad boy for the price of $430, and I can assure you that it's absolutely worth every penny. Now, a card that I do have to mention is the GTX 1060 3GB edition. It's the next card on today's listing, and it sells for around $400 flat, and it's actually pretty good, delivering a performance close to the 1650 Super. And just like the 1650 Super, this one does require a 6-pin connector, so a power supply upgrade may be necessary. It can reach the 1700s in MHz, 70 frames on very high settings, 1080p in GTA, 75 frames on average on ultra settings, 1080p in Warzone, and in games like Fortnite and Valorant, this card will absolutely get the job done. The link for this baby will also be in the description down below. Now, before you click away from this video, keep this in mind. The RX 580 8GB edition was considered the best budget card in my opinion, but the prices for that card have jumped to $700 along with a lot of cards similar to it in performance. So, if you are gonna be spending that kind of money on a card, you might as well get the RX 3060 Twin Edge overclocked 12GB edition. This baby sells for $750 and it's worth every single penny you spend on it. It comes with a whopping 1.3 GHz of base clock and 1.7 GHz of boost clock, 12GB of VRAM and 3,548 CUDA cores. When I tell you that this card is a beast, I am not kidding. It delivers great performance in Warzone. On low settings 1080p, it delivers 200 frames on average, which is absolutely crazy. 100 frames on GTA maxed out. On ultra settings 1080p, between 250 and 300 frames in Valorant, and 130 frames on average in Fortnite on epic settings, and all of those games are on 1080p resolution. This card is definitely worth it, and I would definitely recommend buying it if you have the money for it. If not, all of the options that we talked about on today's listing will absolutely get the job done. You'll absolutely be able to enjoy every single game that you want to play without any problems. I would definitely urge you to buy any of the cards that we talked about in today's listing. The more you spend, the better the performance, but you do not have to go to the RX 3060 to enjoy your gaming. You can even get the GTX 1050 Ti just like I said so, and you'll be able to play games and you'll be able to enjoy all of the games that you want to play without any problems at all. With all of the cards that we talked about, you'll be able to game, edit and use them for a long time for a relatively cheap price. I wouldn't consider these prices cheap 1 year ago, but the market has changed and we have to adapt. And relative to what's on the market right now, these prices are the cheapest and these are considered budget gaming graphics cards. And these are the best budget gaming graphics cards that you can buy in 2021, believe me guys. Guys, leave a like on today's video if you enjoyed it. Every like you put will help this video reach as many people as possible and possibly help them out. Hit that subscribe button because I'm on my way to 5,000 subscribers and all help is appreciated. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.